Hello, I'm John Hartledge. Welcome to my channel. Today, for the love of red, we're going to talk about a wine that I haven't had the chance to. I splurged a great investment to share a beautiful bottle just for the sake of a beautiful bottle with you all. Let's chat wine. So, Caymus-Suisun, Caymus Vineyards, but this is their operation 30 miles southeast of Napa. It's adjacent. Very similar weather. Actually, Suisun Valley was considered an AVA and established as one, almost the oldest in California. The oldest is Napa, and the next was Suisun Valley. So it actually is an AVA that's not often talked about. But as you go farther east from the coast, you get hotter. Really hot climate. You need a grape that can handle the heat. And the grape Durīf, otherwise known as Petite Sirah, not spelled the same as S-Y-R-A-H, it's S-I-R-A-H. There is a Petite Sirah spelled the other way, but that's for a smaller clone of Syrah with smaller berries. That's why they called it Petite. But this is a totally different grape, but is a cross-pollination between Syrah, S-Y-R-A-H, and a grape called Peloursin, P-E-L-O-U-R-S-I-N, Peloursin, both from France. French botanists in the late 1800s had Syrah and had Peloursin in the same area. They cross-pollinated, and it formed Durīf, or Petite Sirah. Amazing grape, really gives you a full, big body, big roast, big tannin. You want those grapes to really ripen. You want a lot of sugar when you go to ferment because you end up with a wine with 14.5%, 15%, 15.4% alcohol by volume. That's getting close to port level. But when you have that kind of tannin, you need all of that sugar and fruit and alcohol and body to balance it. And I think we're going to have a real good time with this. And like I say, I wanted to do a wine just for the sake of drinking a wine. And sometimes you want to have a wine like that. You don't necessarily, although this is going to be perfect for big roasts, big steaks, big food, but you don't always want to have food. Sometimes you just want to have a big burly red wine just for the sake of it. So that's what I'm hoping this is going to deliver. And it's got great history and ancestry. This is the Caymus Vineyard, started by Chuck Wagner. Chuck Wagner, amazing winemaker, makes really excellent, well-respected Cabernets. They started the Caymus operation in the early 70s, 1970s, in Rutherford, California, one of the best primo areas for Cabernet. You always talk about the Rutherford bench and that little dusty tannin that's common. And Caymus Cabernet is one of the best Cabernets on the market. But Chuck Wagner is definitely a friend to all the wine lovers who like a big, unctuous, burly red wine. And look, it's not cheap. You pay for that because it's the very best grapes. It's the very best conditions. It's one of the best areas of real estate. And Chuck Wagner's father, who started the vineyard, always says that Suisun Valley reminds him of Napa in the 1960s. Really small family-owned farms. They're known for their stone fruits. They're really getting known for wine. But the real estate is a little bit less because it's not Napa, but it's close, so it benefits from all these similar soils and similar weather, but even a little drier, even a little hotter. And I think that heat really gives us the potential to have, something like that. Look at the inky color we have. Dark. Expect with Petite Sirah blue fruits like blueberries, but certainly saddle leather, a little smells a little spice, but blue and black fruits. Oh, wow. It's almost cologned. That's an amazing nose. Yeah, so as big as I know this wine's going to be, there's an elegance already in the aromatic that I'm getting. It's big. It almost is port-like in the density of the fruit that hits the front of the palate. Smooth, and on the back I get a little chalky tannin, not really chalky tannin, but chalky texture with a light tannin. It's very smooth. I can't wait to decant it. It's 2017, so it's definitely young. Let's take our Venturi. Notice I do have a cigar and some chocolates with that kind of tannin. Dark chocolate, especially with this big body. And maybe a stogie just because that's fun with all that flavor. You gotta separate yourself with the stogie, but still good. Okay, here we go. Bernoulli's Principle. Love that song. I gotta do it again. Wait. Why does that make me giggle? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm just one of those. I'm a little silly wine guy. What can I say? What can I say? Oh wow, even more elegant in the nose. Has taken the wine and kind of finished the middle. It took everything and kind of just put it all together. It rounded the whole thing up. Just that little bit of breath, that little bit of oxidation. Let's try it with the chocolate. Oh yeah, I can tell. Now dark chocolate, isn't quite as creamy. It's a little drier. But a funny thing happens with dark chocolate and a wine that has this kind of tannin. The cocoa butter in the chocolate kind of masks the tannin, kind of fills it in. And all of a sudden you get this explosion of berry fruit that's in a wine like this. Almost like you just bit into the best chocolate bonbon you could have ever had. Wow. And then it's just for the love of red. It's just for the sake of wine. It's that good. Sip, subscribe, and share. Now, when you see that little bell on my page, select it. Ding the bell, and you'll get notifications when we put content up. We're aiming for having content every week. A new episode. Usually on Wednesdays. We drop around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Come and visit us. This is too much fun not to share it. Let's chat wine.